Test 1, 2. We're on. Calgary recorded the best selling February of all time. But the question remains, are we in this for the long haul? Tune in to find out. Our real estate board reported sales continue to surge as listings rise. So let me take some time to make sense of this for you, plus give you my advice on what to do with it. Yet, once again, we've marked another notch in the record books. We just outsold the best February of all time by not just a little, by a whopping 25%. Damn! We saw this by significant contributions across all property types, the single family, semi-detached, apartment, and the row. And we saw this across pretty much all price ranges too. The hottest portions of our market was the 600,000 to 1 million mark, but all ships, they are rising with the tide right now. Now, big numbers are great, but they don't provide real context. Now, as represented by this graph, you can see how far we truly are ahead. We are a unicorn in comparison to our recent memory in the whole greater Calgary area. Now, at the same time as our recorded highs in the history books, our active inventory remains near all-time low. Meanwhile, while we have the most demand to buy houses, these buyers have near the smallest amount of selection to draw from. Now, the reduction in properties available to buy is not as extreme as the increase in demand. One of the reasons for that is greater Calgarians have heard the call, and we are continuing to push historically high amounts of homes onto the market. So far, well surpassing year-to-date figures for the last 10 years. But sales year-to-date remain with the upper hand. And it's for this reason so far in 2022, and specifically here in February, we saw that prices rise significantly. Our benchmark sales price has increased by 36,000 so far this year, and 27,000 of that was experienced in the month of February alone. That's a 6% month over month increase. Another wow moment that we should all be taking note of. Now, as impressive as that is, it's being led by our detached market. It has nearly seen a 50,000 benchmark price increase in 2022 alone. But increases are being seen in all markets. Detached year over year is seeing 19% improvement. Apartments 4.5%, semis 16%, and the row housing at 13%. Our satellite communities are also shining bright. Airdrie, year over year 20% increase, Cochrane 20%, Okotoks 14%. And these double-digit increases are being seen now in all counties as well. But please consult with a local expert to dial right to your specific scenario. To me, we've hit the perfect storm so far in 2022. We have seen an unprecedented increase in buyer demand for this time of the year that has come on the scene before we've come up to the full speed with the major part of our listings for the spring. So the market's been super tight. Our days on market is only 25, way down from 45 from just 1 year ago. And our months of supply down all the way to 1.1, again, down from 2.5 1 year ago. But we are building inventory. We have over 1,000 more homes on the market right now than just 28 days ago. So I predict that as we transition into the true spring market, things will remain very well into seller's market territory. We may not see the same number of multiple offers or the same number of sold in one day with no conditions, or even the same number of showings per property as we've seen so far in 2022. This is good news for everyone. It certainly helps buyers that are trying to get into the market, and it will allow us to keep a nice, controlled growth in the full housing sector, rather than one that's teasing out the word bubble. Now, what is my advice for you? Now, I just spoke at the Home and Garden Show last weekend about this exact topic. Please reference the YouTube channel we've got for the complete 37-minute talk if you're interested. But today I'll give you the Coles notes as it applies to us here. Point number 1, the market is here to stay, and here to stay for a long time. This graph may seem like a lot when you look at it, but what it is telling us is one specific thing. Calgary is once again too cheap right now in relation to all other Canadian metro cities. Our housing price index is extremely low. This means that for our income here in Calgary, the cost of our housing is the lowest of all these cities you see in the graph. This was also the case back in 2005, and that's why we essentially doubled our house prices in 3 short years to catch up to the rest of Canada back then. Now, due to our market dropping for the better part of 7 years, while the rest of Canada rose, we again became too cheap. We have nowhere to go but up. As you can see by this graph, the gap between us at the bottom and the rest is significant, and it's going to take years and years to get somewhere even close. Calgary has way too much going on for it with our constantly diversifying economy. With our incredible quality of life, our proximity to the mountains, and our currently strong oil and gas economy, to stay this far off of our Canadian peers. So this gap, it'll close, which means we will continue to see positive increases in our housing values. We will continue to see buyer demand from our own, from those moving here from other provinces, and others internationally. So there is absolutely no doubt here. Now, it won't happen all right now. It won't happen all this year. It won't all happen in a few years. We as Albertans, and more specifically Calgarians, will see positivity for a while. So if you need to buy now and ride this up knowing you'll continue to benefit. Now, if you need to sell or are considering to sell, but stay also in the market so you don't lose buying power as the market continues to appreciate. If you want to invest now, because it's only getting more expensive, and honestly, it'll never be this cheap again. If you don't want to do any of the above, then just sit back and smile while your net worth grows faster from your housing value increases than our current Canadian inflation, and much better than your stock performance. I promise you. Now, if you are sitting back and wanting to access your equity, get a home equity line of credit, or maybe considering refinancing, it's a great time to sit down with your favorite lender too. It'll be a great time to pull the most money out of it if you indeed need it. Again, if you want to listen more about this, refer to the upcoming release on our YouTube channel for my 30-minute talk, or simply book a meeting with one of us at Redline to chart your path forward for your unique scenario. Well, that's about it for this month. It's my hope this provided you what you needed to know about the present state, but also give you the confidence that yes, we are in this for the long haul. And real estate in the greater Calgary is a very, very safe and stable place to be. If you need help finding a truly educated and reliable agent, don't hesitate to contact us at Redline Real Broker to be connected with the real estate professional in your specific market segment. Thanks again for watching. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And then please share this with as many people as you think could find value in it, and our other weekly videos that we release here on Redline TV. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next month.